Short answer is, I think Bob Harvey's going to lose. I mean, I understand we're in the primary phase of things, and that'll sort of kick in after the local elections. But I've heard him speak. I've read his postings. I've talked to him personally, and he is running what I think is a cautious, by the book, from the 1990s style campaign. That the very fact that so many Democrats seem to have rallied around him prematurely, I think. For example, the chair of the Bucks County Democrats and the chair of the Montgomery County Democrats both have endorsed him right off the bat. It's far too early, way too early, to endorse anybody. That's the kind of thing that happened back when Hillary ran in 2016. She announced her campaign, 400 super delegates declared for her right away, and as time went on, Bernie surprisingly made some headway. But at the end of the day, it turned out that the Democratic National Committee was actually working to ensure Hillary won. And people saw that. People knew that. I knew that, even though I went around knocking on doors for Hillary. I understand what you're saying. I have talked to plenty of Democrats who feel exactly the same way I do in the district as well. I've talked to others who feel as you do. But most people I talk to say there's nothing wrong with having a primary season to make sure we get the best candidate. Sort of iron sharpens iron kind of situation. If Bob Harvey wins, I'll support him. I mean, I want Brian Fitzpatrick the hell out of that office. I do not want to see Brian Fitzpatrick raise his hand, take that oath again, only to break it, because that's what he's been doing for 10 years, in my opinion. I have very different policy ideas than Bob Harvey does. And I don't want to run him down too much here, but I don't really know where he stands on things. We have to think about not Bob Harvey winning the primary. We have to think about Bob Harvey, can he win in the general? Can he convince independents and Republicans and people who didn't vote last time to vote for him? I've been talking to people like that, and they see some merit in what I'm talking about, even though I'm running as a Democrat. Does that answer your question?
I mean, he flipped the Bucks County Commissioner's seat from red to blue, and the county strongly overlaps with the congressional district. So you're saying he can't win, but he's already proven as a Democrat he can win in a swing district that almost completely overlaps the congressional district. So, I mean, you're saying he can't win, but he already has more or less won, not only won, but flipped a jurisdiction that pretty much exactly overlaps the congressional district.
And everything you said there is true. He won the big election, I think it was in 2019. I think it was the first time they won the commissioner position. But he wasn't running against Brian Fitzpatrick. And there is a decent-sized sliver in Montgomery County that has to be accounted for too. By the way, I lived in Horsham for a number of years. My wife and I did. We worked in Horsham as well. And I believe someone like me, as a non-politician, has the ability to reach Republicans and independents and build a broader coalition than Bob Harvey will. My concern is that people will see Bob Harvey as kind of a Democratic Brian Fitzpatrick. And what's the real choice here? Do I want to just go with the guy who I'm familiar with, or another guy who has some name recognition, but not as much as you think?